On today's episode of Watch JR Go, we are here with my neighbor Riley, and her car needs a lot of help. You can tell because of all the leaves. It was abandoned, actually. We're just gonna say it was abandoned. What is going on, guys? I am Watch JR Go, and today we are here with Riley's 2007? Four. Okay, 2004 Lincoln LS. And many of you guys have seen the same car. Of course, I had a Jag Type S, and these share the same platform. So this one has the V8 in it, and it's very cool, but it has a problem. It has some nasty misfires, and honestly, it just needs a little bit of cleaning up. So today, we are gonna try to save this car. So first, let's get the scanner on here and see what's going on. It sounded perfect a second ago, though.
Yeah, it did.
Does it jump in and out of this misfire and perfect?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, the battery was completely dead when she went to start it this morning, and you can see the battery voltage is a little bit low at 11.1 right now as well. So we think all the codes cleared when the battery died, but you can see there's some O2 sensor signal stuck lean on both banks, which is interesting. Makes me think there's something else going on, like a MAF issue or fuel injector issues, something in there, a lot of battery voltage errors. Those are typical German things. And everything else I'm not too worried about. So we're gonna go ahead and clear the codes and just jump in here and take a look under the hood. Maybe we'll check power balance too. We might as well do that. Right now it's looking absolutely beautiful. Look at that graph, guys. I couldn't ask for a better chart. So it's an idle 800 RPM. And it's still looking good. Even with this thing loaded up in gear, we have just a few slight variations, and most of them seem like they're on 2 and 6. Although it's kind of weird, 7 and 8 are both very low on the power balance there. But the reality is you can look at the trend, and the trend is every cylinder is firing perfectly. But you know what? We're gonna jump in here and do some ignition work and see if we can get this to never have a problem while it's out on the street. Intermittent problems are worse than always occurring problems. There's a chance this could be some of the drivability issues here. O2 sensor issues can all stem from fuel metering issues. They can all stem from non-accurate readings from the MAF right there. So there's a lot of things going on here. Obviously, this guy is just holding the connector on the throttle body, so that's not too bad. But what I noticed in here when Riley brought this over while Johnny and I were working on it was every single coil is a different manufacturer. And that seems very iffy on these things that like to have a solid set of coils on them. So yeah, this one interesting, 3B1843. This one totally different again. So that's why today we're gonna jump in here and replace all the plugs and all the coils just to get this thing back to like a baseline. Then we're gonna throw some EPR in it. We're gonna do the whole BG setup on this. We're gonna do 44K, we're gonna do EPR, we're gonna do new oil with MOA. Oh yeah, that oil looks rough. I'm a little worried about doing EPR because that right there looks a little bit dirty. We don't wanna break any dirt off and have it go into the pickup tube. So we're also doing the entire BG tune-up kit on this thing. I just put a can of EPR in it. Obviously, that stuff gets all the gunk out of the oil so we can flush it out with this oil change. And then we'll put MOA in the new oil. And of course, 44K to make sure the fuel system is rocking. I've done this on a million cars and all of them run better. I mean, 44K is magical, and the oil additives, well, they're just icing on the cake. So we're gonna change the oil, do the plugs. We're just doing a whole tune-up on this car now to see if we can make it live again. Now, time for a tune-up on me too. All right, guys, let's see what we're working with here. I know you can't wait to see it. I also think the oil's gonna go everywhere, but... And we're going. That is some very liquidy oil. Pure black. The EPR really rinses everything out. It's tough to actually inspect this. All we have is a Harbor Freight light to shine through the oil. But it's black. Well, the oil's just about done draining, and I found something interesting. Look how old that filter looks. That's incredible. I've never seen one that looked like it might have been underwater for a while, possibly Ocean Gate. I don't know what's going on with that super old filter, but when I pulled the drain plug out, all of the bottom threads are stripped. How weird is that? I think somebody actually impacted this back on. It's definitely factory because it had the blue Loctite on it. So we're gonna go pick up a new drain plug, and I've got a new Wix filter so we can fix that problem. So let's head to O'Reilly's right now and pick up this laundry list of stuff we need to put this car back together. Coils, plugs, full tune-up, and we're gonna be there. Are you excited for your car to run?
Yes, I'm so excited.
I like your park pass.
Yeah, it's not expired though.
Can't get in anymore. Kicked out of the club. Look at this parts runner. We got the Corvette out, running great. Headlights still being dumb, but we are here at O'Reilly's to pick up a bunch of Lincoln parts. Thank you. What up, brother?
What's going on, man? How are you?
All right, guys, we bought the box. We were just talking about how this is like boxed wine.
Yep. I doubt it tastes anywhere close, though.
No, I don't think you're supposed to drink it, but it's a classy move nonetheless to have the box.
Yes, sir.
And I also grabbed this thing that Johnny uses to fill all of his oil because it's actually really nice to fill out of this. It's pre-measured.
Yeah. No, it's slick.
Yeah. So
it's good stuff.
I've never seen this here. Did you guys just get these?
No, we've had them a couple months now, but we got them shortly after those came out, just because they're trying to get a boxed wine of oil into your car is not very convenient. So.
Well, I love this. Hopefully I can leave it on the shelf, fill this, and make my life easy. Thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we are back with the Lincoln after an almost $500 trip to O'Reilly's, but they gave us flashlights. You can have one too.
Thank you.
Yeah, these are actually pretty cool. Let's see. See? That... I'm excited about this. You always need more flashlights.
And they're magnetic too.
And they're magnetic. Oh! Wait, let's see if this one will it stick in the box?
In the box.
The box is too heavy. All right.
Give us batteries.
It came with batteries. That's epic. So if there's one thing I know about Ford engines, it's that for some reason they have like a DNA sequence that wants them to have Motorcraft spark plugs. I don't know why, but luckily O'Reilly's has those plugs, and we're doing the standard lifetime warranty coils, so if she has any problems in the future, we can put the same coils right back. But I think this car is going to be good to go for a long time. So we got 8 of those FD506s and 8 of the Motorcraft Platinums that were the OEM plug. Let's get in here. We got a new drain plug. Yep, drain plug, washers. We've got everything. So it's time to put everything back together. Let's see how she runs. Guys, this is awesome. I'm feeling like a shop that does oil changes for a living right now. It's actually really cool getting 3 gallons in a box and then using this thing to fill it. So that thing takes 6.5 quarts. So I'm just gonna go to 6 and I'm calling that 0.5. And then we'll check the oil. Guys, Riley wants to clean the bottom of her car off, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it the proper way like the shops do. I wish I had a nail so we could just puncture the can, but. Bam! Yep. There you go. Now you'll be able to see any leaks too.
I hope that was the plan.
Which I do know there's leaks. The valve cover gasket's leaking for sure.
Yeah.
All right, then just kind of wipe everything off here. You might start with the dirty rag. The dirty rag's the key. You'll know what's up after this. That new filter's looking nice.
It smells amazing.
I'm gonna try to Bluetooth funnel this. Yeah! I forgot that I put that extra 0.5 in the thing, but unfortunately, this is probably 0.25. All right, we've got our BG MOA in there. It is time to fill the oil up. And since I put a little too much out of the box in there, I love that these have that shaker inside them. It's pretty funny. Like a paint can. We might have a little too much oil in here. Oop, I missed with the Bluetooth. How am I supposed to get this in here? I hate this thing now. What was I supposed to do? I liked it, now I don't like it.
That's how I am with my antifreeze.
You just spill the antifreeze everywhere?
Yeah.
It happens. All right, Riley's jumping in to take out all these coils. Let's look at all the differences. Be careful, that bolt might, that bolt might escape. That's weird. How did this happen?
Water.
It's definitely water. You can see the, why is there water? It's not draining, it's not antifreeze. It's, water was just sitting in there. That is very interesting. How's the back one? Also pretty bad.
Yep.
also pretty bad. All right, well, I'm interested to see the next set.
Probably gonna be worse.
Yep. So these were all, that's one style. This style has like a potted cap all the way over the top. Yeah, they're hot. Interesting. Well, that could also explain some of your misfires. Water's down in the spark plug well. So before we pull the spark plugs out, especially these ones look great. I don't see any oil down inside them. No oil in there. So it's not a valve cover issue. But I think we're gonna take some air and blast it down in there to make sure all that water comes out. Just so it doesn't end up in your engine. All right, we've got new spark plugs in there. Yeah, you're doing it. Basically, you just kind of push it in, the bolt holds it, so you don't have to like snap it or anything like that. It's just kind of sitting on top of the spark plug just like that. Just keep throwing them in. So the spark plugs that came out, guys, they look bad because of all the water that had gone down in the wells. They look like they were also under the sea a little bit. It's crazy how well this thing was running for what came out. Plug gaps all look okay. And the plugs that weren't in the watery wells look really good. So we've got one more of those sitting right here. So that's the entire passenger bank of cylinders right there. You got to see all of that. This is all going in the trash. We are really turning this thing around here. And I think they have the covers for this. So we're gonna put those back to make sure these don't fill up with water again. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then you have all the bolts for those, right?
They're over there.
I'll get them for you. There you go. Oh, I did that on purpose. It's that's how you get the full experience of working on a car. All right, we have all the spark plugs in the engine, and it's starting to look pretty good with all those new coils in there as well. Riley just finished putting all the retention bolts in, and those are the plugs that came out of the driver's side. None of them look great, but none of them look horrific. It was definitely running on them, so we got to give it some credit there. And also, this one here is missing its clip, so it could be repinned, which is obviously like the solution is to repin it if we could get some new connectors. But I think for now, we're just gonna zip tie them. So we'll have to split the wires with the zip tie, wrap it around the coil, and then hopefully that doesn't back off anymore like that. And now, to finish this off, wow, she needs washed. We got some dirt in the fuel filler there. And we've got our little funnel here from O'Reilly's. This is actually gonna be a fun fill. We're gonna get this 44K in here, but I'm probably gonna spill it all because I need both hands. So I'm gonna use both hands and we're gonna fill this up and then go fill it up with 91. We're off to the gas station. This is the ultimate tune-up. I mean, she had flat tires. We could really polish out the headlights. There's a big to-do list of stuff we could keep doing. We're still packing up the old coils. Obviously, I told her to save those for emergencies, but we do have all lifetime warranty standard coils in here with the Motorcraft plugs, and the oil is fixed, filter replaced. Time to get inside and reset the oil life because that's going off. It's upset that the cabin air filter hasn't been changed, or at least the reminder hasn't been reset. So I think we're gonna go back to O'Reilly's, change the cabin air filter, really get her completely set up and try to get all the warnings off the dash. I think we've got the misfires under control, although we definitely need the coil covers to make sure this thing's good. Any of the missing tabs on the coil connectors got zip tied on. Obviously, like I said, I'd love to repin them, but I don't have those forward connectors. So maybe down the road, we might end up repinning them, but the zip ties, they always work. We all know they work forever, and it's sure is easy to change because everybody has zip ties. So that is a mega tune-up on this LS, which is honestly a very cool car. I mean, this thing sounds amazing. It might sound amazing because they cut the mufflers off. So we'll start it back up here in a minute, but love the way it sounds. Lincoln, it just says S now. The L is gone. But this thing makes 280 horsepower and 286 foot-pounds of torque. It's actually a spicy little car. And of course, it has that excellent Jag suspension, IRS in the back. Speaking of which, the diff's leaking too. So Riley has a full to-do list here. And the next part is, let's go fill this thing up with gas and make sure you can use that 44K. I think we're getting there. I'm gonna jump in and reset oil life for you. And then I saw you also have brakes chilling in the back, which means we might need to get this thing right back up on the lift and change your brakes. Also, you got more coils to pack up here.
Okay.
All right, you're all set up, Riley. We got No error except for driver door ajar. Everything else is cleared, and we've got it full of gas, and it's running great. No misfires so far. We got some little things to fix, like we're gonna put those brakes on that you have in the back one of these days.
Yeah.
That's on the list. And there's a dust shield that's rubbing a little bit. But for the most part, this thing's nice. We washed it too, which is really nice.
Now it's all squeaky and clean and shiny.
Squeaky clean. I mean, we need to probably detail this for real, but
Yeah.
it's a lot better. Oh, we gotta clean your sunroof drains.
Yep.
There's a list.
There's a list.
But I think you're good for today, so have fun.
Thank you.
Yep, bye. Clean. We washed this thing like crazy. Well, there you have it, a complete tune-up on a 2004 Lincoln LS. And honestly, this is a pretty cool old car. It's probably a lot more fun than my V6 one for sure. I mean, the V6 with the manual definitely felt like a fun car, but the V8 makes it way more fun. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjrgo.com for cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. Well, you're back on the road. What do you think? That's thumbs up. That's it.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad. It's been a month.
Yeah, it has been a long time since you've driven this. It has been a long time. Well, it's a nice car. It's definitely cool. I know you wanted a new car, but you should keep this one alive.
Yeah.